So after our topo surface is ready, we're going to do the sidewalk, the street, and the parking lot in our project. So going back to Revit, so now this is why we have the lines we drew before. So if I hide these lines, for example, hide element, and if I go to the architecture tab and try to create a floor for my sidewalks, let me click here, I will not be able to select the topo surface. So that's why we had the lines there. So if I go and reset, so now I have the lines here, I should be able to get the snap of the lines. So I'll go and create a floor for my sidewalk. The homework says it should be 12 feet wide. Okay, so I'm gonna do this on this side. Should be 12. Okay. Alright. And now we have to connect this sidewalk to the building, right? So for the stairs, let's just do something straight. It's up to you, however you want to draw. If you want to draw a curve or a straight line, it's up to you really. Okay, like this. And for this one, for the ramp, I'm going to create something like this. Okay, and I will offset, let's say 4 feet. And let me drag the end of that. Okay, so just for the sake of it, I'm going to create one more here, like this. And let's say I want to do something like that. Actually, let me offset 4 feet. No, this doesn't go all the way. It does get here. So offset. Let me create one more here. 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 Something like this. Okay. Alright. And then remember that we need to close the lines. And here what I will do is I will use the tool to split the element. And now you see that we have two different lines. We can use the trim extend. Okay. And I'll click there. And now I can join the lines. Now, okay, so I can do the same thing here. I'll just use the shortcut to get some time. SL and TR. Okay. And the same thing this side, I'll just create a straight line here and here. So all of that's going to be part of my sidewalk. Split and trim extend. Okay. And you see that we don't want this to be -5. We want it to be on the level 0, which is -3 feet in our project. Okay, so now we have a bit of a problem here, that our sidewalk and our grass are exactly on the same level. Okay, and so they will have this funny appearance here, and we don't want this to appear in our render. So I'll just put it 1 inch up. Okay, and to create the streets, it's basically the same thing. I'll go to level 0. Oops, should be architecture tab. Let me get out of this. And floor. And let's see. This should be 20. Okay, let's do the same thing. Oops, let me get the line. 20. And 20. Okay. And let's see what level this is on. Okay. So, oh yeah, let's change. I will duplicate. Let me create sidewalk. Okay. And I will assign a thickness of, let's say, 10 inches. 0, 10. And this, some kind of concrete. For example, this, you can also download a texture online for a sidewalk. Okay. So for this street, let's see if we have some asphalt here. No, we don't. Concrete. Let's use this one for now. Okay. And let's say this will be minus 0.3. And I also need to edit the thickness. 10 again. Okay. And now I need to create the lines, right? Like it says on the homework. Create the stripes. So to do that, you can also use the floor command. I'll create a new floor, and this will have a very small thickness. Let me get a just any, okay, white. Okay. And to do that, the process is a little bit repetitive, so I'm just going to do one time and then I'll skip the video. So I'll put this in the middle, okay, and then I'll just keep on copying, and then just keep on copying. One thing that is important to remember, that as soon as you create some and you go select all of them and you use the copy tool, remember to check this option multiple, so you can click on one end and click on the other and just keep going like this. After you are done on one side, do not go ahead and do the same thing here. What you want to do is you just select all of them, copy, and then paste here. Okay, so let's click OK and let's see how they look. So let's see if they are aligned with the road. They are not. Let's try to move it down. Okay, that's better. This is still a little bit thick. 0.01. Let's do just 1. Let's see if okay, 10. Move. I'll move it down. Okay. Now it looks better. Alright, so now that we have the road and this, we need to create the parking lot. So to do that, I'm gonna go back to level 0, okay, and let's edit this here, and let's open a space for the cars to get into the parking lot. Let's see, 6, you can do, for example, 20 or 25 here, and then I'll just copy this and put it here. So I'll do the same thing. I'll split the lines and then use the trim extend command. Okay. Alright. So this is the gap I'm gonna leave, and now I will edit this floor, which is the street. It's going to go all the way this way. Alright, same thing, split, trim, extend, split, trim, extend. Alright, so now we have something here. We see that the level of our street is actually below the level of our grass. So what you can do here in this specific case, you can, oh, this is a line, I will temporarily hide it. Okay, so let me double click, edit surface. So you see this point here, I'm going to move this point to go here and move this point back here. Okay, there we go. You see that we have these lines, we don't need them anymore. So I'll press SA, select all the lines. Oh, it didn't work. Let's select by hand. Okay, HH. Actually, we're not gonna need them anymore, so you can just select them and delete it after you're sure that you're not gonna need them anymore. Okay, so this is how we create our parking lot. So this color is probably too black for an asphalt, so you can either create a new material to be more realistic, or you can download online a texture. Or if you're going to be using Lumion, you don't have to worry. It doesn't matter what material you use here in Revit. In Lumion, we have a huge library, and you can just pick a material from Lumion, which is much easier. So the last step of this part will be to place the parking spaces. To do that, you can go here to place, first let's go to level 0. Okay, now architecture tab, component, you can search here. You probably have it in your default Revit library. So 60 degrees, for example. When you place here, warning pops up here saying none of the created elements are visible here. So this is because our floor, we actually have it in -0.3, and if we press VR, as in V as in view and R as in range, we see that we can only see up to the level 0 in this case, which is 0 foot in our project. So if we click here, unlimited, okay, and now we can see our parking spot. Okay, so for now you can I'll just hide this. So actually, yeah, you can leave it this way. So let me change the material of this floor, because this black is not helping a lot. I'll just use this one for now, just so I can see this line here, right here. Okay, and you can rotate how you want, 180. For example, if I place this on the edge. So the same thing kind of applies when we created the lines of the road. You can just select it and copy, and then leave the multiple option checked here. So now you can just click here and here, and you just keep on doing the same thing to create your parking spaces. So that's how you do it, and you can put as many parking spaces as it fits here. So the minimum in our homework is, I believe it's 35. Yes, about 35. So just keep on repeating the same process until you have all of the parking spaces here.